Hello and welcome to another cocktail kitchen. Today we are going to be making a cocktail called the Old Maid. This is a delicious cocktail. I'm taking issue with the name of it being called Old Maid because it just makes me think that there's no cocktail that's really disparaging of men out there. There's no, I don't know, incel or flasher or Harvey Weinstein. But this is the Old Maid. There's a lot of cocktails that are named perhaps after aspects of womanhood that are sort of mocked, but we're gonna reclaim it. It's a delicious cocktail, and I'm proud to be an old maid, even though I'm married to a woman. We're two old maids, so we're just owning the term, old maid power. And what we're gonna do, this is a cocktail that could sort of be in a garden party kind of setting. It's a lovely, summery, delicious, refreshing cocktail. It's kind of like a substitute for Pimm's, even though it's going completely Baltic out there. We're still going to pretend it's summertime here in the UK. We are going to use today gin. Today I'm using a new gin that we got on sale from our groceries, Wildcat Gin. It's a Scottish gin. I like it a lot. I'm not getting sponsored, by the way. I'm open to it, but I'm not currently being sponsored. If you make booze and want to send me something, I'm happy to take it and drink it in these videos, just so you know. This Old Maid is easy cheese. Now, we are also going to be using cucumber today and fresh mint. Cucumber, fresh mint, lime juice, and lots of it for a cocktail. A whole shot of lime juice per cocktail. And we're going to be doing some muddling today and sugar syrup. Now this has taken on a brown tinge. It's not because I have used a brown sugar. I actually made this mint sugar syrup, right? I don't know why it turned brown after resting with the mint. That's some aspect of science that I haven't wrapped my head around. All you need to do to make a flavored sugar syrup is make your sugar syrup, and while it's still hot, put the item in that you want it to take the flavor of, and then you strain it and let it cool before use. You let the item sit in the sugar syrup for at least a half an hour so it takes on the flavors. I've made mint sugar syrup, as I said, but you don't have to use mint sugar syrup in this cocktail. Regular sugar syrup is fine. I just had an excess of mint and thought I'd go fancy on it. Now, I'm making one for my wife as well, so I'm doing double the portions. Oh no, where'd my jigger go? Hang on, keep rolling. Just focus on the bar.
It's here.
It's here? Where? Right here? Oh God. All right.
You look with your eyes closed.
This is one take McCabe. I'm not shooting this again. So I'm going to be using double measures, but I will explain the half measure as well, because I'm making my wife one. She's been very tolerant of me all this week. I've been doing things like jump scares and everything to entertain myself, and she's been very good. So per drink, you want 3 cucumber slices to be muddled. So I'm going to use 6 because I'm, as I said, making one for the wife. And you want a lot of fresh mint, so I'm going to tear that up and I pop that in there. And again, tearing a mint leaf just helps release those flavors a bit. I'm keeping 2 nice sprigs to the side. Now, you also want to add a substantial amount of sugar syrup to this cocktail. It's 3/4 of a shot per drink. So I'm making 2 drinks. I'm going to do a shot and a half of that sugar syrup into this pint glass. Now, take my muddler and give that a good muddle. Make sure you're really breaking down that produce in there with that sugar syrup. You want that cucumber taste to be infused in there, because the thing is, you're going to strain a lot of the cucumber behind. A lot of it's not going to make it to the cocktail. It's going to be remaining in the shaker. So you really want to make sure that you mush it down pretty good. Get whatever juice you can out of that cucumber. And there we go. I think that is looking pretty tasty. So I am going to leave that. And now, into a cocktail shaker. I already have some ice. This is 2 shots of gin per cocktail. So I am adding 4. Blub, 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 blub. Blub, 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 blub. 2, 3, and 4. And on top of that, a shot per cocktail of lime juice. So here comes the freshly squeezed lime. That's 2 for me, as we're doing doubles. Put that over there. Now, what you're gonna do is give these 2 things, marry them up, and give them a good shake. Don't forget to get out whatever is giving you trouble. during the week. What's bothering me this week? I don't know. What does lockdown mean? I don't understand the rules. Why is our government so obtuse? Okay, now you're going to remove that. And what you're going to do, today we're not using martini glasses or coupes, we're using rocks glasses or tumblers. I got my nicest, roundest one out. You want, ideally, one of those giant cubes in the glass, but I don't have those giant cubes. I have fairly big ice cubes. So I put 2 big ice cubes into the glass. You don't want to fill it with ice because this isn't a drink that you want the ice sort of like hitting your face as you're drinking it. So we're going to strain these into the cocktail glasses, these Old Maids. Let's make sure I do even Stevens. Somebody, and I won't name names, watches this like a hawk and always knows when they are cheated out of their fair share. So, now that's looking pretty already. We're gonna take an extra cucumber slice. We are going to put the mint sprig in the middle and just put that on there. Garnish in a drink, I would say if you don't have it, you don't have to finish a drink with garnish, but in addition to the aesthetics, they do sometimes add a little bit more taste, like literally on the nose. This is what's going to be floating in the drink or sort of on the rim of your glass. And that sort of olfactory sense, that characteristic, whatever it smells like, is going to hit your nose while you're drinking the glass. So it does make a subtle difference. Anyway, this is an Old Maid. One for me, one for the wife, and hopefully one for you. I hope you enjoyed this one. Cheers!